Hello, this is Viv's Crochet, and this is officially our first YouTube tutorial. And on today's video, we'll be doing a bloomer skirt. So these are the materials we'll be working with. This is an acrylic yarn. We have our measuring tape. We have the scissors here to cut our yarn. And I'll be using two different hook sizes for this project. We have our 4mm hook and our 5mm hook. And then this is our measurement. We have our waist measurement, our length and hip measurement. So without much further ado, let's jump right into today's video. So the first thing we'll do is make a chain. It doesn't matter how many chains or how many stitches are in the chain, just as long as it is long enough to go around our waist. My waist size and my waist measurement is 35 inches, so I have to make a chain that will be long enough when stretched to get to 35 inches. I'll make a slip knot. And then start chaining one. So we've gotten to 35 inches. So you're going to pull this taut and then stretch to make sure it's up to 35. Okay, it's even up to 36, but that's okay. All right, so after this, we're trying to make the ribbon or the waistband of the skirt. I like my waistband kind of thick. I don't like it small, so let's say I like it up to 3-4 inches. So the next step is we're going to double crochet all the way to the end. Just skip the first stitch and into the next, a double crochet. It's an acrylic yarn, so it can sometimes get stuck. And I'm doubling the strands of this yarn because it is a lightweight yarn, so I have to double it to get what I want. We're going to double crochet one double crochet in every stitch till we get to the end.
I just realized while editing this video that my camera didn't record the first step that I did in this video for the ribbon pattern. So this is basically using the 4mm hook. I'm using the front post double crochet and a back post double crochet stitch for this ribbon. That is just what I did. Front post double crochet, and in the next stitch a back post double crochet. I will show you later on in the video how it turned out.
So we've gotten to the end finally, and here you chain 2 and turn our work. So here, front post double crochet, back post double crochet. We're basically repeating what we did in the previous row to create a rib effect. So back post double crochet, front post double crochet. This is what it should look like. So you can decide to stop in this row if this is the length of rib you like, of ribbon, but I like to add maybe another row or 2 more rows because I like my waistband thick. So I'm just going to repeat this to the end of the row. Nothing much, front post double crochet and a back post double crochet. So this is basically the pattern. Now see you at the end of this row. So this is the length I decided to go with. I added 2 extra rows from where I stopped, and this is it so far. You can decide to make it thicker or shorter or whichever way suits you. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to stop here and join these 2 sides, these 2 ends together. So to do that, I just make sure it's in a straight. Okay, let's go this way. So I'm going to do single chain 1. I'm going to do single. This is how it's looking like. I'll do single crochet to close that off. So that is, you can decide to do a slip stitch, or I think for this one I want to do a single crochet. So here, so this is it. So this will be the back of our dress, so we'll have to turn over like this and start working. Remember, this is where we joined, and then we'll have to start working from this end for the rest of our skirt. So to do that, I am going to chain 2. So don't worry about this end, I'm going to weave it in as I walk. So I'm going to chain 2. And then double crochet all the way around. For our foundation chains, this is where we're going to be working 1 double crochet in every stitch. So just that around, and I'll meet you guys when I'm here. So I've gotten to the end of the row, and I'm going to slip stitch and then turn our work to the other side. I'm going to slip stitch here and then chain 2 and then turn our work, because we'll be working once we get to the end of the row. Chain 2, slip stitch, chain 2 and then turn, and then double crochet all the way around. So we've gotten to the end of the second row. So we're going to slip stitch here, chain 2, and just like before, we're going to turn our work and then double crochet all around again. So this is going to be the pattern until we get to where we're going to do our increases for the hip. Remember, this skirt you have to work with the measurement of the hips, the waist. So this is basically the pattern. So I'll do this all the way around again and I'll come back. So this is where we are. Sorry, excuse me guys. So this is how far we've gotten, and now I'm thinking of this increase I was talking about earlier will be dependent on how wide your hips are, and because this is an acrylic yarn, it's very stretchy, so I literally don't have any need to increase on this project. So what I'm going to do is just keep working the body of this skirt till I get the desired length I want. Could be around 14, 15 or 16 inches. Like I said, this material or this yarn is very stretchy, and if I should increase on the hips, if I should increase, let's say around here, it will make the yarn to stretch out more than I would want. So I'm going to keep working and then I'll show you guys. Remember, the pattern is, let's say this, the pattern is once you get to the end of the row, you would slip stitch, chain 2, slip stitch like this, chain 2 and turn your work. That is how we're working. We're not just going round and round, you know. It will help give our skirt form for it to look, you know, I mean, it's best for this pattern anyways. So this is my 7th row. This is my 7th row, and I'll keep doing this till I get desired length. And then if there's any need for an increase, I'll let you guys know. Since I'm working with an acrylic yarn, I highly doubt I'll need to increase on the hips. On a regular yarn, I think this is where I'll start my increase, right around here. So if your work is not coming out exactly like this, or it's going like in a straight line, you can come at the edge. Let's say this is where we are starting from, so you put it down like this, or you can count the stitches or count the rows and divide it by 2, like, and then you increasing by putting 2 double crochet in a hole here, doing the same thing. You do that with a stitch marker. I don't have any here, but you see what I mean by my work is already going how it's supposed to. I don't need to increase again because I want it to be a fitted skirt. So if yours is not coming out this way, you put in 2, let's say 2 double crochet somewhere around here with a stitch marker. You put in 2 double crochet, and you do that too on this other part, 2 double crochet, and then in the next row you do just a normal single crochet all around, no increases. Then in the other row, that is the row after the normal single crochet, you're to add another increase. That is how you keep doing it till you get the desired shape you want. Usually if you have a hip size more than 40, 44, let's say you have hip size of 46, it's advisable you make an increase. But you can see this is very stretchy. So I'll just continue working my way down to the length I want, and I'll come back to show you guys what we'll do after that. So this is how far we've come. This is how far we've come, okay? And I did an elastic. I added elastic to the waist. In another video, I will show you guys how to add an elastic to your waistband. You can see how it has shaped this part. So I ended up getting to the length I wanted. So now we'll go over to the ruffle part. And now I have my stitch markers here. And then I'll try using this 5mm hook to see how the ruffles form. So what we're going to do is to mark the places we want our ruffles to be. You can skip it, you can give a... Now that we've gotten all the places we want our ruffles to be, you can space it as anyhow you want to. We're going to start our ruffles. Now we're going to do a slip knot, chain chain one in between the first and second double crochet that we did. Going to slip stitch. Okay, for the purpose of this tutorial, I'll switch over to my 4mm hook. So we're going to start fixing our ruffles, and why I wanted to use a bigger hook was so I could make the ruffles bigger and kind of bolder. But all the same, we're going to like fold our work like this so it's easier to work our ruffles. So we're going to slip stitch here and chain 2 and go ahead and do that slip stitch and chain 2. So the slip stitch doesn't sound the chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch, so we're going to go ahead and double crochet in that very stitch. Now we're going to go, I don't know if you can see this clearly, so just the bridge, I don't know what to call it, all the way around. We're going to double crochet twice. So this is how it should look like. So let me go ahead and do one row of this and I'll come back and show you guys how it looks like. So if you've made it to this part of the video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This is a new YouTube page and subscribing, sharing and liking and dropping a comment will make YouTube share this video to more people. So I'm just going to remove my stitch marker here, do my last 2 double crochet, then 1 more double crochet twice, and then I'll slip stitch. So remember we chained 2 and did 2 double crochet. That's what I'm saying. The chain 2 is not part of the stitch. See, it doesn't count. You still have to do 2 double crochet right in that same stitch, so it looks this way. So we're just going to chain 1 and cut our yarn. This is what it looks like. This is the front, and this is how the ruffles are looking like. Let me adjust this camera a bit. And this is the back. So for the next row of ruffles, which will be somewhere around here, we're always going to start at the back so that our front looks neat and beautiful. We're going to do all the starting and joining at the back. So to continue to the next ruffle, we're going to take out this stitch marker here. So basically folding our work, and then chain 2. Remember, this chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch. We're still going to double crochet twice in that same stitch and 2 double crochet in each stitch all the way around. So I'll do this for the rest of the stitch markers, and I'll come back and show you guys the final look of the skirt. So please, like I said before, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please like, please drop a comment and share this video so I can post more tutorials and more crochet designs. My name is Vivian. If this is your first time seeing my face, welcome to my channel. This is officially the first YouTube tutorial I'll be dropping on this channel. Thank you guys, and thank you for subscribing. I appreciate. So hello guys, this is basically what the skirt looks like. You can decide to make it more fuller by adding extra rows in between this, but I just like how simple and how it looks, so this is what I'm going for. This is at the back. This is where we joined. As you can see, the line is not looking very, this has to be the front. So I ended up adding these borders, these edges to the skirt. In another video I will show you how to do this. It's very simple. And this is how the elastic came out. Look at how it cinched the waist of this skirt without looking very flimsy, and any size can wear this. So basically this is how the skirt is. Remember, you can adjust to your preference. This is just like a video guide. So if you enjoy this type of content, please don't forget to subscribe to my new channel. Give a thumbs up, share and comment. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.